In-house training organized by Army Public School, Ranchi. We have with us today Mrs. Deepika Patra, Mrs. Anuja Ghosh and Mr. Aditya Pramanik, who will take us through a very important training on 21st century skills, which is a very important part of the NEP 2020. So over to you, ma'am, for this training for the teachers.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to one and all. Good morning. Yes, welcome to all of you. Before I begin, or to begin with today's session, I will just narrate a short story. There were 5 friends moving through a jungle. In the middle of the jungle, they got trapped, lost their way, did not know what to do, how to move out of the jungle. All were confused. One of them said, I would move towards the right, because the term right is associated with rightness. The second friend, he said, my intuition says I should go towards the left. He started moving towards the left. The third, he said, from the place I have begun, I think I should go back to that place. So he chose to go back, because he knew in this way he will be able to move out of the jungle. The fourth, he believed or he thought that always one should move ahead. He started moving ahead, thinking that a place will come when he will be able to move out of the jungle. The fifth, he listened to everyone, did not take a decision immediately. He looked around, looked for the tallest tree, ran to the tree, climbed up the tree. From there he could see all his friends moving in 4 different directions. He could see the time they would take to move out of the jungle, their possibility of moving out of the jungle. He climbed higher. And once he climbed higher, he could see the shortest possible way to move out of the jungle. Now, had any one of you been in such a situation, what would you do? Please. Any one of you. Had you been in such a situation? You would climb the tallest tree. Anybody else? Everybody would do the same? I don't think so. Yes, no, definitely.
Because I know my capabilities.
Definitely. Everybody will not think in the same way. So she would not do. Anybody else? Any other suggestion?
Move ahead.
Move ahead. Move ahead. Yes, Dapan sir, answer says Google. You will Google. Say if you don't have Google, what would you do? Okay, fine. What do you think the second friend could have done better? Instead of moving towards the left or instead of following his intuition, what he could have done better? Anybody?
And they could have accompanied one of his friends.
They could have accompanied one another or he could have accompanied. Very good. Thank you, Nikhil sir. Anybody else?
Or you could have learned from the previous experience of the first one.
Yes, he could have utilized his previous experience and accordingly. Anybody? Thank you, ma'am. Now, why do you think the 5th friend, he climbed up the tree? Why did he come to this conclusion? What did he do for this? Why did he take this decision?
He learned from others' decision.
He learned from others' decision. Thank you, ma'am. The others had taken different decision. He learned from that. Anything else? Please. What did he do to come to this conclusion? He analyzed the situation. Yes. He analyzed the situation. He analyzed the problem. He had his own perspective. Little bit of brainstorming, planning. Find out what the problem is, and then he came out to the best possible solution. So brainstorming, mind mapping,
SWOT
analysis. So these skills which are very much required to survive or to live a successful life in this 21st century. A century which is known for innovation, a century which is known for its challenges, it's known for its development. What do we need to teach our children? We need to teach them certain skills. Only memorization, only rote learning, recitation will not do. We need to teach them to think critically, to communicate effectively, to adopt global mindset, collaborate with peers, and of course, try and solve problems. And this will help an individual to be successful in today's world. Now, next slide please, Aditya. Next. So this is all about the 21st century. It refers to the skills that requires to enable an individual to face the challenges of the 21st century. The century which is considered to be globally active, digitally transforming, collaboratively moving forward, creatively progressing, seeking competent human resource, and quick in adapting changes, which is very much required. You need to change yourself. Until and unless we change, until and unless we teach our children to adapt themselves to the situation, it will be difficult for them to survive. Now, what is the basic aim or objective? Aditya, next please. May I request someone to read it out, please? How will it help? It will help the children to gain confidence. Any one of you, please? Yeah, Dina, please.
To build confidence in students to deal with complexity and ambiguity, to help articulate problems that they encounter, to seek outside sources of information where answers are not known, to help students use ingenuity and imagination going outside conventional boundaries when shaping ideas into a product, to learn to take and apply feedback from peers.
Thank you, Charanjit ma'am. So the last we see to take and apply feedback, criticism. Until and unless we teach our children to take criticism, learn to take feedback. It can be positive, it can be negative. Everything is useful in today's world. Okay, next slide please. Now, these are the basic 21st century skills which are categorized in 3 L's. The first, the learning skills. Second, literacy skills. And the third is the life skills. Let's move on to the first, that is the learning skills. Aditya, next slide please. Now, what are learning skills? The term itself is explanatory. We learn. We take new knowledge, we gain new knowledge. And there is no limit to gaining new knowledge. Definitely, when we gain knowledge, we become consistent, we become adaptable, we learn certain new things. And this is what is required to be taught. Today's generation to our students, we need to teach these first. Now, first and foremost, creativity. First and foremost, one of the learning skills is creativity. Now, what is creativity? Not only Sabir sir will say, I think everyone is creative. What do you mean by creativity?
Explore something new.
Learn by doing, okay?
Explore something new.
Do something new, that is thinking outside the box. What else? Do something differently, very good.
Imaginary mind.
Imagination, use your imagination. What else?
Innovation.
Innovation, yeah. Anything else? Say we teach different classes. If I ask the teachers of 3 and 4, how will you foster to your students? How will you encourage your students to be creative? Anybody from the teachers of 3 and 4? Encourage them to think differently. Thank you, ma'am. What else? Anybody?
When
Yes,
we,
Deepa.
we can give a situation
Yeah.
and tell the student to do. So,
Imagination.
So other students, that is how the students work out that word.
How? So she says, give a situation and accordingly they use their imagination, their innovation and come. Somebody else was saying from this side?
Then the same thing I was saying.
Same thing. Anything
The
else?
same situation by giving.
Yes,
how
by giving
can-
a situation and accordingly they can imagine and come out. Yes.
Relating surroundings with the what you are teaching so that child
Related to the surrounding, wherever you are from there. Okay? Senior classes, say 9 and 10 teachers, we are teaching creativity.
I think giving them the liberty to
The
tackle
liberty.
something
Yes,
on
this
their
is what
own
is demanded.
visualization and what they are
To visualize, to imagine liberty. This is very much important in 21st century. They should be given the liberty to do things of their own. Simply guidance, say initially what we have been doing. For any problem, we will go to our elders, go to our parents, go to our teachers. They sort out the problem. But now we need to teach our children to solve their own problems, to come out with own solutions, do something in an innovative manner. That is what is creativity. Okay. Next, before I come to critical thinking, may I ask you something? Many of us drink coffee, don't we? How many of you drink coffee? Please raise your hands. Can you tell about the benefits of drinking coffee? What are the benefits? Why do we drink coffee?
Liver tonic, it's a very good.
It's a tonic. Yeah. So according to sir, it's a very good tonic, liver tonic. What else? Refreshing. Yes, what is that? Changes our mood. Yeah. Encourages. Yeah. Anybody from inside? It removes stress. Yeah. Stimulates us. So many answers. Huh? This is the reasons why we take coffee. Definitely. Most of you don't drink. Many of you don't drink. Those who don't drink coffee will tell me about the demerits. Will tell me about the disadvantages of drinking coffee. May I get some disadvantages of drinking coffee? It becomes an addiction. Yes, what is? It is dehydrating. Yeah. What else? What are the other demerits? Sleeplessness, insomnia, it leads to. So we see one topic that is drinking coffee. It has got lots of advantages. At the same time, it has got disadvantages.
And there is a caffeine also inside the...
There is caffeine also. So lots of merits, lots of demerits. A twist. How do I reconcile such a contradictory claims? Can anyone say?
Limit our dose now.
Pardon, ma'am?
Limit our dose.
Limit our dose. No, say if I am willing to take coffee, after knowing the merits and the demerits, how do I reconcile? I am in a dilemma, definitely. It is through critical thinking. The second important skill, that which comes under the learning skills. I need to think about the pros and cons. I should think about the limitations, the merits, the demerits, and that is how I will be able to come to a conclusion. So this is one important skill which we need to teach our children. They need to think critically. There are so much of information around. They need to question whatever they come across, whatever they see. They need to analyze and then come to a conclusion, and not just blindly come to any conclusion. This is very important to be taught to today's children. Okay, now before I move on to the next, I would just like to call a few of you to come in front. Say 7, 8 people. Please, any one of you, 7, 8. Just we'll perform a small activity.